the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel Monday night. If you don't know, we go live every day, 9 o'clock UK time. And what we do, we talk about Thailand, Philippines, Asia. We have a great conversation in the chat about everything that goes down in the Thailand community. We also have a 5-point bulletin tonight. The 5-point bulletin. We're talking money talk. Back to money talk tonight again in the poll. In the poll section, we also have a poll, and the poll is, what side of the hustle, what side hustle do you think is the best thing to do? What's coming up 50% is Uber driver. So Uber driver's coming up at the best at the moment, And in the bottom right hand corner, we have a super chat button where we spread a lot of love on the super chat side of the game. Looking good, smelling good, and being the best version of ourselves every single day, non-stop pumping it through. The game is, the race is not for the swift; it's for those who can endure it. You know what I mean? And if you're not enduring it, then you're not enduring it. That's the way it is. Down at the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel tonight. You know what I mean? Okay. Righty-ho. That's where we at now. Baron, is that a fake Baron in the chat there? We're going to get rid of that Baron in the chat there. You know what I mean? Down at the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel. Yeah, I can't even see him. You know what I mean? I don't know what's going on. Maybe something going on. You know what I mean? It's me. Oh, it's you. Okay. Fair enough. Maybe I can't see him or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Okay. Fair enough. It's you. Fair enough. Okay. Right, see ho. You know what I mean? Yes, sir. So we've been pumping it through down at the Club Fillers Inc. every night for the last whole year, and we've been working really hard on our channel. We've been working really hard on our products and on our merchandise. We've been working really hard on our brand, and we've been getting the brand Club Fillers Inc. together and keeping it strong, and keeping it together, keeping it together and keeping it strong down at the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel. That's what we've been doing every night, and we've been working as hard as we can, and we've done the best we can do. Me as a boss would say, us as a Club Fillers Inc. has done the best we can do to stay in our lane, to stay focused and work hard on what our game plan is. That's what we've been doing, and I think everybody's been chipping in. Everybody's been helping with us getting up to here in my crew, and everybody's been trying their best to just try and come down every night, say something in the chat, support the cause, and it's been cool. You know what I mean? So I've been doing my job by turning up. The other guys have been doing their job by chipping in wherever they can, and getting us to our destination. You know what I mean? And that is to be traveling around Asia soon. Within the next 4 or 5 years, whatever that is. You know what I mean? So that's what we've been doing down at the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel, and we've been keeping as positive as possible. You know what I mean? Right, T-Ho, we've been keeping we've been keeping as positive as possible and staying in our lane, you know what I mean? And just staying in our lane. So tonight we have Hennessy for the enemies. We have Jim Beam. We have a glass of champagne if you want to drink something like that. We're smelling good, looking good, and being the best version of ourselves every single day. That's the motto we stand by. And we stand by, staying in your lane and keeping as positive as you can. You know what I mean? And tonight we're going to chop up conversations about everything and anything. And you can get involved with the conversations. You can talk about it. You can, and we can have a great conversation about anything that you feel. You can ask me any question about Thailand, Philippines, Asia, money, and we can chop it up, in a great way, Without a doubt, you know what I mean? Without a doubt, Yeah, so, we've just been keeping positive. So what we do, we usually do a warm-up side of the game where we just warm up a little bit. We warm up, and then we go into our 5-point bulletin. And then after the 5-point bulletin, we have a chat hangout, where we just hang out. And then we have story time. And then we just wind it down from there, you know what I mean? That's how the program is usual. So right now we're on the warm-up side of the game, and we're just doing what we got to do, you know what I mean? Good stuff, Buff. It's brutal Monday. Yeah, I mean, Baron is On the crypto side of the game, it's very brutal. I have to tell you that. It's very brutal on the crypto side of the game. You know what I mean? It's tough, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's a tough road at the moment. You know what I mean? So we just got to just keep pushing through on the crypto side of the game, and you know what I mean, and just try our best to keep focused, man. It ain't no joke, man. It's serious out there. So we just got to keep pushing. You know what I mean? I see that bootleg coming through at the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel. Good to see that bootleg. Boss, did you see the football today? No, I didn't see the football. I didn't see the football. You know, so yeah, I didn't see the football today at the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel. Okay. Righty ho. Okay, Rich, can you stop back spamming? Okay, you say your Queen Bank. Can you stop spamming, please? I see who you are now, and I know who you are now. So, can you please stop spamming and let the chat breathe? And you know, what I mean, if you are gonna say something, you know, put it in a super chat, spread the love. You know, what I mean, open the till. You know what I mean, and take it from there. You know what I mean, let's get the till open. You know what I mean, today on a Monday for the beginning of the week. We had our weekend away. It was a good weekend. We had some fun. We had some entertainment. Friday was brilliant. One of the best nights I had when it comes to all the guys coming down. When the guys coming down, and you know, all the mods, London Caddy, Jay Smith, David May, all kind of people came down on the Friday. It was a brilliant night. We opened up champagne, one back. Everybody had fun, so it was fun. You know what I mean? It was fun. You know what I mean? Yeah. So we had an entertainment weekend, and you know what I mean, we're back for Monday to try and charge it up for the rest of the week. So you know we've got to get that till open and get another week going. You know what I mean? Get it going on, charge up for the rest of the week. You know what I mean? Righty ho, down at the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel. Bootleg said England will win. Yeah, I mean the football's on now. So you know when you do live streams when the football's on, that's when you got to be careful because it's going to be a lot of people are going to be watching football. So if you cross it over, then you know what I mean. If you cross it over, then you're going to be a little bit in trouble. So there you go. So you got to do watch what your live streams are. You know what I mean? Okay, okay. I'm the Lieutenant General. Friday night stream was epic. Yeah, it was recovered now. Most definitely. I don't think it's hard to top that Friday night stream. It was epic. It was definitely an epic stream, without a doubt. You know what I mean? It was dynamic and there was a lot of great energy. The energy, did you feel the energy? The energy was off the chain, and then Friday night was something else, man. It was something else. It definitely was. What was epic? You know what I mean? I see that copy and paste coming through at the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel. Okay. What's your thoughts on Dickie's new brand? I mean, I don't really give a damn about his brand. I just know that he's not. He's about to get timed out. That's one thing I do know. You know what I mean? You know me. I don't have people. Look, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, come on, bro. Come on, come on, come on. You know what I mean? There you go. Time out for foolishness. There you go. I see a lot of people using that lyrics lately. There you go. You know what I mean? Okay. You know, so yeah, let's keep the conversation going down at the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel. If you got something positive to say, put it in the chat. It was a 6 hour stream. I was surprised Saturday night it was like you were normal, no hangover, nothing. Yeah, I mean, you know, come on. I mean, I don't. You see, the thing what gives you a hangover is the mixers. When you start mixing it and you start mixing it up with all kind of, different kind of drinks, and you're mixing your drinks, plus you're putting Coca Cola and all these kind of sugary different drinks on top of it. That's what's going to give you the hangover. I'm drinking it straight. Plus, I was drinking champagne. Yeah, but champagne ain't going to give you no hangover. You could drink champagne like it's coming out of fashion. That's why people drink champagne because there's no hangover with champagne. You know what I mean? So it's what you're drinking. It's what you're drinking and what you're drinking with it. You know what I mean? I was drinking straight shots, straight Hennessy. Straight Hennessy ain't gonna give me no fee. I'm a Hennessy connoisseur. You know what I mean? So it's like that. But I mean, maybe I'm immune now. My immune system is bigger. Tony coming through at the Club Fillers Inc. on the warm up side of the game at the Club Fillers Inc. Good to see you there, Tony Bozo. So, whatever your name is, there you go. Down at the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel. We're in the building. We're just here, you know what I mean, on the warm up side of the game, you know what I mean, just having a general conversation about the weekend. But it definitely was a epic live stream for 6 hours. Yeah, I was drunk. I was drunk. I won't lie to you. I woke up, you know, I don't know. I was drunk. I had some, I had a meal after it. You know, what I mean, that could have helped. I had a meal after the live stream, a big meal. You know what I mean, that could have helped to soap it up. And I woke up, pop, pop. You know what I mean? Went to the toilet, woke up, had a shower, boom, that was it. Out the door. I was ready. I was gone already. So I don't know. I mean, maybe I just have a tolerance to alcohol, which other people don't have. You know what I mean? I don't want to push it though. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, just having that kind of tolerance. It's not everybody's got that. Some people's got that one alcohol, and then unfortunately they don't. You know, it's unfortunate, but you know. Maybe I just got that, or maybe it's just the size of my body. I don't know. Maybe my body can consume it. You know, I'm to be honest with you. When I was younger and I was growing up, I wasn't a big alcohol drinker. I was just a normal drinker. I was just a, I never used to drink. I never used to smoke. I never used to take nothing illegal. I used to just chill. You know what I'm saying? When I was growing up. So I was always like that, and it's only when I started going to Thailand when I really started drinking. But I was always a champagne drinker all my life. I was just champagne because I like the high life. You know what I mean? But spirits, I used to drink Hennessy, but it wasn't as much as I drink it now. You know what I mean? But yeah, you know. Well, so the piglets made good pork roast with Eccles apple pie sauce. Okay, Danish is the best. Yeah, so yeah, it wasn't as it wasn't as it was. So when I said when I was growing up, it wasn't as I wasn't a big alcohol drinker, and I know I'm still not till to this day because if I don't go on a live stream, I don't drink nothing. You know, what I mean, I could go a month without drinking anything. But there again, I've been drinking some red wine just to just relax me down. That's been relaxing me a little bit, making me feel a lot more relaxed, and making me rest. I can rest a little bit more. So the red wine is kicking in. The red wine is what's going down. You know what I mean? Down at the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel. That's what's going down. Right, 43 in the chat. We're on the warm up side of the game of the Club Villas Inc. YouTube channel. We're just having a little banter about this, about that, and we're keeping as positive as we can and staying in our lane. And life is good. IRL Superstar, see you there. IRL Superstar clips coming through at the Club Fillers Inc. Yeah, this guy. I gave him advice about his channel, and he actually did. Change his a couple things, so that was a good thing. That was a good thing. He changed a couple things, and now he's broadening out his horizons when it comes to clips. He can go on to other people as well. You know what I mean? Not just one person. So IRL Superstar clips. There you go. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, I don't like to do too much explaining. Okay, you know what I mean? Okay. So, yeah, that's the way it is down at the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel. So, yeah, we've just been keeping as positive as we can and staying in our lane, you know what I mean? And just staying with what we're doing, you know what I mean? And keeping focused on what we're doing. Nothing beats champagne and dime piece tub, I agree. Bootleg, when I went to remind me of when I went to where did I go? Ukraine. I was in Ukraine, and I was with a dime piece, and we was chilling, we was drinking champagne, and I gave her a bottle of champagne, and she was jumping up and down. Gave her a bottle of champagne, she was going crazy. You know what I mean? So it ain't nothing better than the champagne, nice tub, yeah, mate, nice little hot tub, and yeah, it's good. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? There you go. Boss, would you ever do an Uber driver? Oh yeah, of course I would, without a doubt, no doubt. I would do an Uber driver. Yeah, and if it push came to shove, and I had to do, it's not something. It's not something which is something like it's something which is yourself. You're your own man, ain't you? Anything which is a side hustle, which is your own man, I like to do. That's my style. If you want to know about me, if there's anything what's a side hustle, which is you know you got a boss breathing down your neck, I'll do that. But anything where you got a boss breathing down your neck and you've got to do this and you're getting screamed at and you know all these kind of things, it's just not for me. I feel too old for it. But as it comes to if it comes to if it comes to something like which is a side hustle, why not? You know what I mean? Why would I not do that? You know, down at the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel. Yeah, why not? Okay. Yeah, so as I was saying, so yeah, so Friday was an epic night, and all you need is when you're a live streamer and you're a YouTuber, all you need is like a four good nights like that for the month, and you're good. You know what I'm saying? You're good. Only just four when you're a live streamer. The rest of the nights you could just tick over, just tick over, just tick over. You know what I mean? Get a shot here, a shot there, and a chip inside of the game here, there, and it's cool. You know what I mean? That's cool. But the rest, you need them big hits. You need them big hits along the way, which is what helps. It rings up the till a little bit. You know what I mean? It rings up the till, makes the till balance out the books. You know what I mean? Balancing out the books side of the game. You know what I mean? Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to say, boss. Do you betting on football today? I knew England will win. Oh, okay. I didn't bet. I don't bet. I don't. I don't think I'm gonna win anything. I don't think I'm gonna. I just work hard to get my stuff, bro. You know what I mean? I never think I'm gonna win anything, so I don't. You know what I mean? I don't. Go for it. You know what I mean? I just stay in my lane and keep focused. You know what I mean? Yes, sir. SMS OTG Lifestyle coming through at the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel. Yeah, Friday night was a very, very big night for the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel. And I did big up Wombat. Went over to his channel and did big up Wombat for coming through. You know what I mean? Opening up the champagne. On top of all the other guys who came through here on Friday, everybody came through. Everybody came through. Jay Smith, London Cabby, this one, that one, Baron. Everybody, SMS OTG, everybody was involved. Lots of mods, lots of style, lots of fun, lots of super chats, lots of shots, lots of Hennessy. You know what I mean? Yeah, lots of things going on, lots of fun. And it's just like I said, if you get like 4 nights like that for the month, you're good. You know what I mean? The rest of the nights you can just tick over. You can just tick over, you know what I mean? One by one, tick over. Yeah, champagne. We know champagne. We don't rave. Yeah, so it was nice to open up the champagne and bust the champagne. You know what I mean? Because if there's no champagne, we don't rave. You know what I mean? I see the exposed coming through at the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel. You know what I mean? I see you there. Coming through at the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel. Glad to hear. Yeah, man. Like I said, so it's you just gotta just yeah, like I said, it was an epic night, man. I really enjoyed it. That was one of the best nights I've ever had. It's not like it was one of the best nights financially, but it was just a great night for everybody coming together and you know what I mean, and getting involved with the chat, getting involved with the conversation, and getting a great Big Boss Friday. So you know what I mean, and you know what I mean. That's the way we like to do it. I mean, that's the way we like to keep pushing through, without a doubt. Righty ho. We're in the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel tonight, and okay, right, so you know what I mean, down at the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel. One more Richie G, and then you're out of here. Just one more, and you're out of here. Just one more. You know what I mean? Okay, okay, there you go. Right. We're at the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel. Someone says, hello, CFI. I'm right here. We out here. We're out on these YouTube streets pumping it through. You know what I mean? We out here. Should have done the wrong thing here. I done the wrong thing. Sorry, man. I'm trying to find them. I'm trying to find your channel. I'm pinning your channel. Oh, no subs, no fee. It's a troll. It's a troll. There you go. Yeah. Coming true at the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel tonight. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, we are going to be going to our 5 point bulletin very soon. 47 in the chat. We're on the warm up side of the game. Don't forget the Hennessy shots. Hennessy for the enemy. We're trying to get the till open for the week. We're trying to get another week, another good week going out, coming true another week and keep pumping it through. Let's warm it up. Let's get it through. Say, open up champagne and, and we're trying to pump it through. If you have any questions, put it in the chat. Okay. And yeah, put it in the chat, and we're pumping it through down at the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel. What about skills trade for a side hustle? What about skill trade? Okay, skill trade. Let me see this avatar. Okay. Okay. I come from our brother's channel. Okay, what's your brother's channel? What's your brother's channel you came from, bro? Where did you come from? Tell me the brother's channel. Our brother's channel. Tell me the channel you came from, brother. I didn't mean to call you a troll. I just say I kind of slipped out. You know what I'm saying? What about the trade for a side hustle? What about a skilled trade for a side hustle? Oh, a skilled trade. Yeah, I mean, if usually if you're a skilled trader, you're gonna work full time because you're gonna make a lot of money for being skilled. You know what I mean? That's all about being skilled. You know what I mean? So it's usually if you are like that, then you're gonna make a lot of money. You're not gonna want to do it as a side hustle. A side hustle is something that you're trying to build up, and you do it on the side of whatever you're doing, what you're working with, and it's usually something like what I mean. Where you're just gonna, it's just a hobby, but you're building it up to a business, and then you have your work at the same time. You know what I mean? And when it comes to YouTube, when it comes to with the 5 point bulletin, Zoom to Thailand. Okay, you came from Zoom to Thailand. Okay, sorry, bro. If you came from Zoom to Thailand, then yeah, okay, fair enough. Cool, man. Cool, good to see you there, man. We're at the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel. You know what I mean? Yeah, you did come through with Hello CFI. I'm surprised, Zoom to Thailand, that I haven't had. I know a lot of people. My bad if I don't have content on my channel. No, no, no. You don't have to have content on your channel, but we do get a lot of we do get a lot of trolls on this channel, and we get a lot of people coming through trying to impersonate. You know what I mean? Trying to get some bonding going on. You know what I mean? They're trying to get some bonding going on, so they try and come through with a black face, and then I just they're coming through trolling. You know what I mean? So I just delete them. You know what I mean? They're not real. There's not a real face behind it. So it was just unusual to see that. So if you are, that's why I said it in that kind of way. I wasn't trying to be rude, but you know, just understand that we get a lot of that. We get a lot of that. I'm trying. I just filter through it. I filter through the BS. You know, what I mean, I don't like to just, just be BSing with someone who's just trying to have fun. We're in the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel. We're about to go into our 5 point bulletin tonight at the Club Fillers Inc. And tonight we're talking about money. You know what I mean? We're talking about money. Yeah, we're going to try and get this till open tonight at the Club Fillers Inc. by the hook or by the crook. We're going to get this till open. We're going to be pumping it through. It's a very slow market on the, I understand. Yeah, it's a very slow market when it comes to crypto and the way the whole world is going right now. It's a very slow market. So we're going to we guys on the YouTube channel, we're going to have to get used to some slow days. That's just the way it is. You're going to have to just get used to some slower days. And, this is the way it's going to come with the territory. And December's always a tough month anyway. So, you know what I mean? But we still can pump it through, you know what I mean? Honestly, you'd be good at auction here. Maybe go for an auction director. Okay, that's quite funny. I mean, someone said that to me, and I implemented it into my channel when I was doing that. I implemented it because someone said it to me. And sometimes, when you're looking from the outside in, Some people can see your talent more than you can see it. You know what I mean? So I said, let me bump into that. So that's why when I was playing that game about the Hennessy, the champagne, I was doing it to see if I could just to play that game. But it's just, so that's, as I said, you guys are looking from the outskirt in. So you guys know a lot of things about, you guys a lot of gems that I might miss, about myself. You know what I mean? And tips and ideas. People will see in your corner is good. Constructive criticism is good. Let's keep it pumping through at the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel. Let's go into the 5 point bullet tonight. Tonight we're going to talk about money, and we're going to have some conversation about money, and we're going to be chopping up on the money side of the game. Maza, welcome to the Club Fillers Inc. Most of the people here are Thailand talk. We talk about Thailand, Philippines, Asia. I must, yeah. So like I was saying, you don't get much people come over from Zuma Thailand. Most of them watch. Zuma Thailand's a real good friend of mine. He's a cool guy. I love his channel. I love his work ethic. His editing's off the chain, and he's a funny character. He's my man, without a doubt. He's my man. So so it's good to see someone coming over, saying hello, and chopping in and coming in and saying what's up. Mm. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. So yeah. So like I was saying, so like I said, and December's always a kind of a quiet month because people are either traveling, people are doing things, people are with their family, people things. So it's a kind of funny kind of month. So we got a funny kind of month coming up. So if you do see it get kind of patchy, just understand it's a roller coaster ride when it comes to this business, and you got to ride that roller coaster. The guys who jump off when it's at the top, the guys who jump off in the middle of the roller coaster is the one that gets hurt. You know what I mean? So don't jump off, bro. Ride it to the end and keep pumping through until the wheels fall off. That's the way it is. That's the way we do it down at Club Fillers Inc. Let's have a conversation about money tonight at the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel. If you got anything to say, ask me any questions, put it in the chat. Let's get into it like this down at the Club Fillers Inc.
Check it out. Yo. Feel the rhythm on the bass bar. Man, I feel the rhythm on the bass bar. Hit me the drum and come the wrong one. Bless me. Get up. Get up. Bite all my stress.
I don't want my stress. Yeah, number 5 at the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel. Slightly in business or in anything, just like my YouTube channel is a business, and any kind of thing, hard hustle, your business, what you're doing, you're gonna have slow days, and you got to accommodate for the slow days. You can't expect it to be a roller coaster ride. What's going up and up and up and up and up. Doesn't really work like that with business. Business don't go like that. You know what I mean? Life doesn't really go like that. Life is about hurdles. Life is about jumping, and it's how strong you are to jump over them hurdles. It's how strong you are to, to ignore the BS what's going around in the world and keep pushing forward. You know what I mean? And that's what makes you the stronger person, because it's all a test. The Father's going to test you before He bless you. You understand? But can you go through that test? Can you go through it and ignore the BS and keep pushing through? Can you go through the slow days and keep pushing through? As Dixie Norman said, can you keep pumping through even though it's slow days, or are you just gonna pack your towel in and say, oh, it's slow now, my things have dried up. My things have dried up. You see, that's what I'm trying to say. People told me my super chats are dried up for the beginning of the year. You know what I'm saying? And I'm still here at the end of the year. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? People say about dried up. You know what I mean? Ain't no drying up. It's just that you got to ride the storm. You see that big signal that's coming through. You got to ride the storm. You know what I mean? No, I wouldn't treat that. No, I wouldn't answer your question. No. Yeah. So there's other things you can do. There's other things you can do treat down apart from that. I mean, I know girls will do much better than girls who do them kind of things. I don't know. Everybody's got to do what they got to do, right? But I don't agree with that, and I don't agree with a man doing other things as well, selling illegal stuff. So those two kind of things I don't agree with. Yeah, I mean, a man doing selling illegal stuff, and a woman, selling doing that thing. Zoom tonight made me want to go to Thailand. Yeah, if you want it, yeah, man, definitely. He has that kind of effect, and he's been doing a super duper great job by influencing people to go to Thailand and pump it through in Thailand. Thailand's a great place to go. You need to visit it one time. There's a hell of a lot. I'm telling you now, man. When I used to go to Thailand, when I first went to Thailand, it was about five of us, five brothers. What I know, what was in Thailand, five. It was about five of us walking up and down all around Pattaya and places like that. In Pattaya, anyway. I mean, I could count the brothers. And then there was a few more came, and then there was some in a band, more brothers, and and then it grew, and then we had then what really brought a lot of brothers to Thailand was when the club called Flex Club opened. It's owned by Helix. He's a black guy from Nigeria. He opened his Flex Club, and it was an all hip hop club. When that opened, that cracked open the door for the brothers to come down, and that made it. All the black Americans started coming from. They were having R&R from their the contractors. They were coming down and they were spending money like crazy. And then the frenzy went around, and that caused a buzz where they were coming down. There was a lot of contractors and a lot of black Americans coming. Now, so that's been going. That was about, I don't know, 15, 20 years ago. 15, yeah, 15, 20 years ago. 15 years ago, I would say that was happening. And so, and it's been growing ever since. It's been growing ever since a lot. So, and then now, Zoom to Thailand's pushing it out, and he's pushing his side of it out and trying his best to bring more brothers there. And now there's a hell of a lot of brothers in Thailand, bro. I mean, boy, it's packed to the rafters with brothers. They left, right, and centre, man. It's packed in Pattaya anyway. I can't believe it. Flex Club's packed. The other Mojo Club bar is packed. It's like, why? That place is packed. So keep doing you, man. You would enjoy Thailand immensely, without a doubt, man. Without a doubt, I agree with that, man. I agree with that. I like green, red curry, sweet, man, boss. Who was something selling? Okay, 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 okay. I see a lot of brothers going to Thailand now instead of going to Brazil or Sun Sur. The thing about what happened with that situation was that Sun Sur became commercialized down and became the women became very bougie and expensive. They became Americanized. And because they became Americanized, the brothers was pissed off with Sun Sur. They were like, man, these girls are crazy, man. You go over there, and the women, the women of if you want women to see your furniture, they want to charge you bloody, $300 and $200 to go and see your furniture. So it got kind of crazy and it got out of hand. You know what I mean? Because this is what happens in these kind of places. They get out of hand, it gets crazy. Right. So so that's what happened with Sunsura, and Sunsura's gone to the point where it's like that now. So the brothers got fed up of it. Brazil's still a great place. The only problem with Brazil is probably is my second best country in the world. The only problem with Brazil, you need to learn the language. You do need to learn the language. They were going to Colombia for a little while, but Colombia, because of this scopamine business, and everybody's getting scopamine in these, they need to clean that up, and that's been messing up Colombia. So people are then they started going back to Brazil because they were going to Brazil for a long time before 20 years ago. Everybody was going to Brazil, but then they stopped going to Brazil. Then they started going to Soa. Then they started going Colombia, and then they started to go back. Then they went to go back to Brazil, but now they're going. It's like basically went from Brazil to Dominican Republic to Colombia and now Thailand. You understand? So it went like that. Brazil was first. Then they went to then they started going to Dominican Republic, Sunsua. Then they went to Colombia, and now they're going to Thailand. So it's in that kind of direction. That's the direction is going in. Yeah, okay. I know a member of the National Front who had a Thai wife. Yeah, I mean, that happens, bro. I mean, that happens. That happens. Some of them have got black girlfriends. It's just one of them things, isn't it? Let's keep it going down at Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel tonight, okay? It's not how much money you make, it's how much money you can save. This is an important one, guys. Like when it comes to money, it don't matter. There's loads of guys in the city who will make all $20,000 a month, but they can't save for shit. They can't say they go and eat out £500 meals, and they go and do this. They go clubbing. They go spearmint rhino. They go and enjoy clubs. They do this. They do that, and they can't save their money for love nor money. You understand? And they can't get it together. So it's not how much money you make. It's how much money you can save. You know what I mean? It's how much money you can put together because you don't make sense. It's like if your outgoings is higher than your incoming, then unfortunately all you're doing is you're on that rat race. And there's a lot of people on that rat race living from paycheck to paycheck. Some of them ain't even got enough money. Some people will make 20,000 at the end of the month. They have to get a paycheck to get a payday loan to get money at the end of the month. You know what I mean? That's how bad it is. That's how bad it is. They have to get a payday loan to get money at the end of the month. So it's not how much money you make; it's how much money you can save. Then in the other scale of it, there's a guy which is a bloody working in McDonald's and he's saving and he's living with his parents, but he's saving a whole bunch of money. You know what I mean? And you see this other guy in a Lamborghini or a Porsche. Look at him. He's kicking ass. He's doing well. You know what I mean? He's making so much money. And he's driving to the McDonald's, and the other guy has to serve him. You know what I mean? But you don't know the McDonald's server's saving more money, and he's at the end of the month than you and your Lamborghini with your petrol and your service and your this and your that and your big house, what you got to maintain, and your 2.4 kids and your wife. You got to maintain all these kind of things, and it's expensive. And your habits, what you got of eating out big meals and going to Spearmint Rhino, spending 1,000 and 2,000 pounds, going out high expensive clubs. It adds up. You know what I mean? And they realize, so it's not how much money that you make, it's how much money you spend. You know what I mean? Boss, you're a spender or a saver these days. I am. Okay, big up, boss man, for reading my message. Good man. Well, I mean, I'm gonna, I'm gonna read your comment. I mean, but I know that's a bit of a controversial one. Okay, boss, are you a spender or a saver these days? I am a saver. I used to be a massive spender, stupid spender, stupid spender. Come on, I've spent, I spent over £700,000. You know what I mean? And I was a massive spender. I was all about spending. But these days, when you get older, when you're young, you spend a lot of money, and when you're older, you save a lot of money. That's just the way it goes down. You can't, what I mean? You got to do it like that. You can't just be, what I mean? You can't just be spending when you're older because money's harder to come by when you're older. You can't flex as much as you when you're younger. So you got to be saving. Which stock do you hold, boss? I don't hold no stocks at the moment, bro. I am in the process of buying a Hennessy stock somewhere along the line. If I get something together, I'm going to buy a Hennessy stock. So we have a Hennessy stock and Hennessy shares in Hennessy. And, but I don't hold any stocks at the moment. So there you go. Okay. Right. Okay. Okay. There's people. Okay, I'll be in Thailand next week for 6 weeks. Oh, great, man! Super duper, super. A lot of my people are in Thailand at the moment. A lot of my people are in Thailand at the moment. You know what I mean? So, I overpaid. I overplayed my flight. I saw it for £300 cheaper. I already bought my ticket. Oh, there. Well with that. Well done, man. Well done. I think the flights are finally dropping. I saw a flight for 950 today. You know what I mean? I saw a flight for 950. So the flights are finally coming down. I don't know how come they're coming down closer to December. Usually they bomb up, or maybe it might just bomb up, maybe because it's a Black Friday or something like that. You know what I mean? Sometimes the flights do go down on Black Friday. I see flights going down on Black Friday. But around about Christmas time, I know they're going to bomb up and go into a different zone. You know what I mean? Yes, sir. We're at the club. Let's keep it going. So it's not how much money you spend. Say it's not how much money you make. It's how much money you can save. So just remember that. Let's keep it pumping down at the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel tonight. I paid 1,150. Yeah, that's what I thought you would have paid. Something like that. 1,001. Oh, damn. For a commercial flight. Bloody hell. As a flight used to be £400 back, a year ago. That flight was £400 a year ago to go to Thailand. 500 quid. And look at it now. You paid £1,150. Not even 1,000, not even double, but double and more. You understand? Just to go to Thailand. You can't make it up, bruv. You can't make it up. I tell you. It's yes, it's the way it is, isn't it? You know what I mean? He wanted to go, so he wanted to go. I had to change my flight in Australia from London. Right, T-Ho, okay. Going Austria from London. Righty ho. Good on you, man. Well done for you. Let's keep it pumping through at the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel tonight. Righty ho. The high life can burn £700,000 very quickly. It's something you need to learn, guys. You're going to learn it from me, or you can learn it from a book, or you can learn it from yourself, or you can learn the hard way. It's totally up to you. You know what I mean? But £700,000 can burn through your pocket very, very easy, and you can end up with no more money left. You know what I mean? So be careful how you're spending, and I've done it. I wore a T-shirt, guys. Trust me. When I was younger, and I will tell you the story. My girlfriend, she got me a job in the city, and I turned it into a business, and I made a shitload of money where no one thought I could turn it into a business, and I did through my hustling spirit, and I made a shitload of money, and I made a whole bunch of money, and I had a whole bunch of money. I was living in the Docklands. I had a brand new Mercedes, and I was living the high life. It was all on the river. I was drinking champagne like it was going out of fashion. It was a very good life I lived. But the thing about it is this, you burn through that cash. You think you're not going to burn through it. You're going to burn through some cash. You know what I'm saying? You're going to burn through some cash. So be prepared to burn through some money when you live in that high life. If you want to live the high life, anybody who's ever lived the high life before will know. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? They will know. You know what I mean? Anybody who's oh sugar, anybody who's knows that will know that that you will spend a lot of money. You're gonna spend a lot of money, and you can live. You're gonna boss. If you had the knowledge that you have now, 20 years ago, would you buy foreign properties and be a millionaire? 100%, multi-millionaire. Multi-millionaire, 100%. I was, when we went to carnival with my friends, and we were doing carnival, and I was with my friends. We were saying to my friend, said to me, what would you take, £1 million right now, or go back 20 years? I said, boy, you know what? I think I'll go back 20 years because if the knowledge what I knew 20 years ago than what I knew now, oh yeah, you'd be a multi. You buy 5 houses in London, London. Them days you could buy houses in London very, very cheaply. You know what I mean? So you think about it, you would be a multi-million and you'd be set for life. Right now, if you have 5 properties in Thailand, in London, you're set for life. I mean, if you're smart, as long as you ain't going to go and do nothing stupid, you know what I'm saying? But you're more or less set for life. And if you're renting them out, just renting them out alone, can you imagine renting out 5 properties? If they're paid for and things like that, you know, you're set for life. So, it's called misspent youth. That's what it's called. I had a misspent youth and I spent a lot of money. And I'm giving you guys insight into knowledge and experience from my life to you to show to you, boy, don't have a misspent youth. And don't spend all your money. Don't burn through all your cash because high life is addictive. It's addictive because it's sweet. There's no better way to live than live the high life. It's a whole different life up there than it is down here. Trust me, it's a whole different life up there. Whole different way of thinking, whole different way of waking up in the morning, whole different way of eating, whole different way of, just the way everything that you do, what I mean, is completely different. And if you know anything about the high life, there's no better way to live than the high life. There is no better way to live. It's the best way to live. You know what I mean? It's the best way to live. So it's but you live and you learn. You live and you learn. This is what life's about. It's about learning. It's a learning curve. You know what I mean? Use a learning curve. And can you get the money back? Of course you can. You're never too late to get your money back. As long as you have your mind about you, you're physically healthy, you always can get the money back. Because there's a lot of money out there to be taken, but you got to know how to grab it. You got to know how to pick it. You got to know how to get it because it's not going to come running to you. And the older you get, the harder it gets for it to come to you. Because when you're younger, you're out there, you're looking for this, you're looking for that. And whatever you're looking for in life, you're going to get it, you know. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you look for, you're going to get it. So, when you're out there, you're running around, you're doing this, you're just, you're grabbing money, That's what them youths are making money. You make money, take chances, take some risk, break the rules a little bit. Bam, got some money in your pocket. But when you get older, you're slowing down. You know what I mean? And you're like, God damn, bro. You got to take a different road. You know what I mean? I see you there, Toronto, coming through at the Club Phyllis Inc. YouTube channel. Good to see you there. Good to see you there. Barry, another brilliant poll. Do you have a test to be on an Uber? I think I'm not sure if you have to be a test to be on an Uber. I'm not sure. I'm not exactly sure. I don't think so. I've never flown business class. I've never flown first class. Never. Okay. I never have. Boss, where did you burn? What did you burn the money? What did you burn all this money? I burnt all the money on basically living a high life. High life. I've been 45 different countries in the world, from Brazil to this to everywhere. Thailand. Many times I used to go to Thailand 3 times a year. Everywhere. I've been all over the place. I've been all over Caribbean, Dominican Republic. This place. I took my baby mother India a few times, Tunisia. I lived all that life. I've had 35 different cars, most of them Mercedes convertible. I lived in the Docklands with just having money, flashing around and spending money. It's money goes, bro. Money goes. Money goes. It burns. One thing I realized about money, you'd be surprised how much money you can burn. You can burn through. And, it went. You know what I mean? At least I've seen the world, and that's 100% true. At least you've seen the world, and that's what's important. You know what I mean? That is. At least I've seen the world. At least I've got my 2 children. You know what I mean? And I've had the most beautiful women in the world. So I'm not really complaining. I'm not complaining. I ain't got nothing to complain about. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I did. You know what I mean? Did you hear about the Vietnamese American guy who killed Columbia on Tinder today? I never heard about it. Oh, I did hear about it. I think I did hear about it, but I didn't. I didn't follow up on watching it. So very a bit sad, to be honest with you. Yes. Colombia, as I said to you, was talking about Colombia earlier. I said the Colombia's got a problem with that scopamine, and they need to sort it out because it's becoming a very bad reputation around the world, and people are like they're diverting away from Colombia now, coming to Thailand. You know what I mean? And I was talking about how the American guys was going from Brazil to Dominican Republic to Colombia, and now they were going to Colombia, but Colombia they stopped going to Colombia, and they stopped going to Colombia. Now they're coming to Thailand. They need to sort it out, man. It's a big problem, man. It's a big problem. Very true, bro. Money burns. I saw someone burn money today. You saw someone burn money, did you? You saw someone burn money. Oh, boy. I tell you, money burns. Money goes quickly. Especially when you're younger. You spend a lot of money. And I definitely lived the high life and spent it and lived it and enjoyed it. But it went quick and I spent a lot of money. And I don't live in regret. And I don't think I don't think I can't get it back. I think I can get it back. But you got now. To me, I think you just got to be a lot more patient now. You got to be a lot more. So, like for example, the effort I put in this year for all my YouTube channel, if I put that into back in the day when I was like in my 20s, 30s, growing up, god damn, bro. Oh, now I'll be fat. You know what I'm saying? I'll be fat. I would have said to myself, yeah, I put a lot of effort in this year, took work in, and I put a lot of, and then now I'll be just fat. I'll be like, man, I'm ready to fly. I'm ready to fly. You know what I'm saying? But look, you know what I mean? But that's building a business. When you're building a business, it's tough in the beginning. You got to get, it's like taking the plane off. You know, when the plane takes off, it's got a taxi around the scare around in the airport. It's got a taxi around there, and then it's got to go to where he's going to take off. Then he's got to take off at full speed. And it's the same with business. You've got to take off at full speed. So it's going to be tough in the beginning. You're going to put all the energy, all the thingy, all the effort in, put your foot to the floor, and work as hard as you can to get that business up in the air. And when it's up in the air and it's cruising, then you can relax back and relax and cruise. So, same analogy. Half a minute. Okay. Okay, so don't think you can't burn a lot of money. You're gonna burn. You've been a high life. Watch that high life, and if anybody ain't had the high life before, understand the high life will burn you some cash. It will run you through some cash. Don't forget one. You know what I mean? Let's keep it pumping through at the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel. Let's go to number 2. Work 5 to 6 days a week. When you're not earning, you're burning. Hear this lyrics here. Hear the lyrics there. Somebody put in the chat. When you're not earning, you're burning. Somebody put that in the chat. When you're not earning, you're burning. That's why when you got to work 5 to 6 days a week. Because if you don't, when you take them days off, you're burning. You're buying things you don't even need or don't even really, you just want it. You don't need it. You're just buying it because you're bored, or you know what I mean? Because you're buying it because when you're not earning, you're burning. So you start burning cash because you're not earning cash. So earn cash. So put as much days in as you can to earn cash because you're gonna burn cash. You know what I mean? You're gonna be burning, and when you start burning, boy. You know what I mean? When you start burning, you are not going to be earning. You know what I'm saying? So there you go. You know what I mean? You're not going to be earning. So just, you know what I mean? Okay. Okay. I think your plane is on the ground at the airport, just refilling, and soon we'll be back in the air. Yeah, I mean, we was up in the air on Friday. We took off in the air. We took off on Friday. We were flying like altitude of, it's much thousands altitude. We were flying like crazy. So, we're probably refueling now, and we're gonna take off again. You know what I mean? So that's the way it goes, you know what I mean? We landed and we took off, and we went up high, we went up high. Friday, we went up real, real high. So now we're on the plane at the moment, and so we need someone to give us that kick to get off the ground. We're at the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel tonight, chopping it up, mixing it up, pumping it through with 48 in the chat. And we still got a good chat hangout. We still got some great guys in the chat. We still have a clean little chat. We still have 40, 50 people hanging out with us. And, we just got to be patient for the super chat side of the game. You know what I mean? It will come. It just takes time. You take it slow, and then understand that the world is going through some really bad patch at the moment, and it does affect super chat side of the game. So you just gotta, you just gotta, do it. I never flew by Concorde when it was there. It's been extinct now. So when it was there, I never flew by. So by Concorde. Let's keep it pumping through like this down at the Club Fillers Inc. Number 1 at the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel, guys. Look, traveling around the world and living life and burning cash, it don't make sense having traveling around the world. It don't make sense having all these cars, and I know it's great and all this fun. You want to do it when you're young. But let me tell you something. If you haven't got at least one house as an investment, Well, but unfortunately, you got no foundation. If you got no foundation, then unfortunately, you know, you're completely you're completely out of zinc. If you ain't got no foundation, you need a foundation. You need a foundation. At the end of the day, you can fly around the world, you can do this, you can burn this, you can have a great time, but you need to lay down your foundation because all you're not doing nothing but going around and around in circles and burning cash. Lay down some foundation. At least buy one house. I don't care if you want to buy it abroad. You can buy a broad house for £20,000, a condo. You can buy a condo for £20,000. At least that's yours. At least that's yours to put your head. At the end of the day, work towards having a condo. If that's not the case, work towards having a house in your hometown. Your hometown might be out. You might be outpriced, but at least you got to have something. You got to have some sort of a foundation because all this smoke filled, all these champagnes, all these drinks, and all these Rolexes and diamonds and jewelry and everything else is going to all go up and just like that because there's no foundation. It's all a facade. It's all a facade. All the money in the bank is going to go. It's a facade because you got no foundation. You need that foundation. You need that bricks and mortar. Because if, as I said, you know, what I mean, that bricks and mortar is going to take you through at the end of the day. So, you know, there's nothing wrong with living a high life and having nice things. Like, you know, I love nice things. I love nice things. You know what I mean? And I fight materialism every day. Every day I fight materialism, and I've calmed down a hell of a lot now. But you need to have that foundation. You know what I mean? Yes, sir. Someone says, "I see you there, my man, coming through." Regrettably, I passed up flying a Concorde. It was £800 to go to Canada back then. All right, yeah, all right, all right. Sounds good to me. Yeah, I mean, you know, they stopped the Concorde. You know what I mean? They stopped the Concorde. You should have went. That's cheap for £800. You know what I mean? But yeah, you need to have that house, guys. You need to have that foundation. So, like I said, so if you're, this is one of the reasons why I'm not traveling to Thailand and living there at the moment because I'm saying to myself, it don't make sense. I'm not going to go there and waste another 7 years off. If I had 7 years in Thailand and I came back and I had a house and I had even if I had money on the stock market, I had some stocks, I had some shares, I had some good stock, I had something else, I would have been good now. You understand? I would have been laughing. I would probably be here. But you got to lay down that foundation. You got to have that foundation. You know what I mean? There are slow days. It's about saving. The high burns cash, not earning, burning, but not earning, burning. Buy a house. I agree. I agree with that. That's what I'm trying. That's all I'm trying to say. Buy that house. You need that house or buy a pro. Because some people don't want a house in the UK or in the Western world and they're comfortable. Buy something abroad then. Boys, I know a guy who's got a condo in Brazil and he's got a condo in Thailand, in Jomtien. He's trying to rent both of them out and he's working on both of them. But you got to have something because all this smoke food and all these things, when you get to a certain age, you're not going to have nothing. You know what I mean? You're going to have memories and you're going to look back and say, all right, man, that was brilliant times. But if you just had one house, you would have been laughing, you know? Ah, many times, many times, many times, many times, many times. But my head was in the clouds. My head was too much in the clouds, Sean the prawn. I was too smoke filled up. When you're up that high and you have so much money, you have all these things. You think, oh man, come on, I'll get that later. I'll put that on a hold. I'll get it this. I'll do that. I'll do this. You start thinking all kind of different things. You think, oh, I'm not going to be burdened down with the house at the moment. I'm enjoying myself. I'll just rent for now, and I'll be all right. And I'll be all right. And then. Well, what's your thoughts on investing in gold? Yeah, That's not a bad thing. Not a bad thing. Invest in gold. Gold is a good thing. Gold has shot up through the roof in the last 10 years. It's gone through the roof, and for gold, copper, all these things have gone through the roof. So any kind of investment what can grow because in 7 years' time we're going to look back and we're going to say, do you remember when Ethereum now is under £1,000? You're going to look back in 7 years' time and say, remember when Ethereum was under £1,000? Look at it now. It's £7,000. It's £10,000 for Ethereum. It's 10x this money. You know what I mean? But no one can see that because now they're running away from the market thinking, God damn, look, it's £913 for an Ethereum right now. You know what I mean? And you can think to yourself, man, I remember when that was £900. You're going to look back and you're going to see 9 grand. You're gonna say, God damn, why didn't I just buy one? Why don't I just buy it? Because people, you got to run to the market when everybody's running away from it, and when everybody's running to a market, you got to run away from it because it's about to crash. You understand? So I understand that. Sean the Prawn in the building. We're in the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel tonight. Lotto's in the building. We're just chopping it up, mixing it up, and pumping it through. We're going into 1 hour into the live stream. We're going to be going into, that's the 5 point bulletin tonight at the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel. We're going to get into talking about everything and anything what goes down. Who's going to open the till at the Club Fillers Inc. on a slow week? Start a slow day Monday. There's going to be slow days in business. That is something you're going to have to get used to. If you can't take stress, then you can't take success. It comes hand in hand. Just remember that. It's not how much money you make; it's how much money you can save. Just remember that. The high life can burn through £700,000 very quickly. You know what I mean? Work 6-7 days a week because when you're not earning, you're burning. Just remember that. And buy at least one house for an investment. That's the 5 point bulletin tonight. Let's go into talking about everything and anything what goes down in the community, and let's see what happens with this chipping side of the game. Hennessy shots. Let's go. Uh, yeah, I don't know what Legend's talking about. But yeah, let me tell you something, right? Listen, as long as you've had a good life and you've lived the life the way you want to live it and you've done the things that you want to do, and the best things in life are free. So, as long as you lived your life, like, as far as I'm concerned, I live my life to the maximum. And, what I'm saying, money can always be made back. Where everybody's going for a bad patch right now when it comes to money, and especially in the UK. These people, I was watching a documentary today, and the lady said she can't put on a heater, and she couldn't buy a daughter a 20 pound shoes because she was gluing them back together, her daughter's shoes. She's never done that, and she can't put on a heater, and what I'm saying, and she's living off food banks. What I mean, there's people out here who are struggling in the UK, bro. They're going through some UK is going through some serious times. You know what I'm saying? For heating, if people can't put on their heater, they have to choose between whether they want to eat or they want to put on their heater. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna get worse because we ain't even at the bottom. We ain't even touched the surface yet. So, as long as but you got to be smart. This is where you got to be smart through these times. You got to double and triple up your hustle. You can't let yourself down. You got to double and triple it up. You know what I mean? And understand that it's a journey and it's going to be a tough one, and that goes for everybody. You know what I mean? And it's going to be a tough one. So you got to understand that it is a journey, and if you only the fittest of the fittest will survive, the weak shall fall by the wayside. You understand? That's without a doubt. The weak shall fall by the wayside. Okay. I see you there coming through at the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel tonight. James coming through. You know what I mean? Okay. I saw a really nice 1978 Benz a sale here in Britain for £15,000. Only £1,000. I'm much interested. I'm not interested in that, mate. At all. I'm not interested in a 1987 97 Benz. I used to have a 1987 SL Mercedes SL, and I had my days with them things there, and I was great. But I'm not about to do them kind of things. Why would I want to buy an old car like that? We don't. You know what I mean? You move on and you keep pushing through. So yeah. So like I said, so we're going through what we're going through in the UK. People are very much on their knees. So, and that's why a lot of people are flying to Thailand and Philippines and humpering down for 6 months. They're getting out of the UK. They're saying, "Boy, this is too much. I'm going to get out of the UK and I'm going to go and fly to the Philippines, Thailand, and just humper down 6 months. I'll be better off." Sometimes I think it is. By the time at least you got some warmth, at least you're in the heat. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to worry about your bloody electric bill. You stick on that electric bill, you blaze up the heater. By the end of the month, you're up 400 or 500 quid. 400 quid if you got a big house. You know what I mean? And you might as well just, if you're by yourself, you might as well just jump on that plane and you know what I mean, and fly out. You know what I mean? The topic we're talking about is money today. We're talking everything about money. We switch it up, different topics for different days. Sometimes we talk about age, but we talk about single man side again. Sometimes we talk about money. Sometimes we always talk about every kind of topic. And sometimes we do have a money talk topic because it's important for us to talk about money because we got to get our money right in order for us to do these kind of things that we want to do. Because traveling around the world is very expensive. It's not cheap. There's a guy who's travelled this year. He paid £15,000 for 3 months, and he's travelling again in a couple of weeks. Probably going to spend another £15,000. So the habit that people have is expensive. Traveling around the world is expensive. It's not cheap. It's not a cheap kind of thing. So you better get used to it. Boss, have you got the heater on now? No, I haven't. I got no heater on now. I got no heater on, bruv. You know what I mean? You said the best things in life are free, but you blow through 700,000 on a high life. I gather the high life is not the best lifestyle to live. No, the high life is the best lifestyle to live. The high life is the best lifestyle to live. You know what I mean? It's the best lifestyle to live. There's no better living lifestyle than the high life. But you know what I'm saying? You just got to maintain it. That's all it is. There's no better way to live. If you've lived a high life, you would know there's no better way to live. It's a whole different mindset, whole different the way of living, the whole way of thinking, way of getting up in the morning, the whole way of buying what you want to buy and doing what you want to do, and doing things in the way you feel like a real on top boy. When you feel like you don't even need to travel because when you're on top of your game, I mean when you're on top of your game. You know what I mean? When you're on top of your game. I don't mean when you're just scratching the surface. When you're on top of your game, you got some serious money, and you're living that life. Then you know what I mean. You know what I mean. And then you're living that life. Then you know what I mean. Then you know what I mean. Like I said, then you just life is you. There's no better way to live, my man. No better way to live. You understand? You know. Mm. Yes. Anyway, so there you go. Yeah, so like I said, but definitely the best things in life are free. You know, your children are the best things you're ever gonna have. Your health is the best thing you're ever gonna have. That's free. You know what I mean? The things which your friends, your family, they're free. These things come free. But we take advantage of things which are free. Your organs are free. You know what I mean? But we take advantage of things which are free. And we, like I said, we do. We cling to the things, we pull away from the people who love us, and then we cling to people who don't love us. You know what I mean? It's just our nature. You know what I mean? We're supposed to be loving the things which are important. The most important thing is not, it's not all about money. Like, money is important. Money is important. Don't get it twisted. And not everybody can be a businessman, and not everybody can have a business, because some people, the first hurdle they'll come off with, oh, that made no dollars today, let me just throw in the towel. Oh, I'm not going to do this never happened, they just throw in the towel quickly. They don't understand it's a journey. You got to ride the journey. You got to ride the journey. You got to go through that. You got to go through that. You got to keep chipping, chipping. And the minute you turn around and say, oh man, this is too hard, you turn around, it's the day that one person comes along and chips one more and all the diamonds come flying out, because you ain't got the endurance to keep going. The race is not for the swift; it's for those who can endure it. Barron said, "Organ side of the game, don't yeah, organs." Organs are free. All these things which are free, you take advantage of. You take advantage of free stuff. You know what I mean? And then you cling to things which is not good for you. Alcohol and drinking and this and that, partying and I mean, staying up late at night and mucking about with loose women and all kind of things. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. I've done it. I've lived my life to the maximum. So to me, listen, the way I see my life is like this. Hey, look, all I can give you is experience of my life, and you can take it, you can throw it away, you can take it and say, "Push, I'm going to learn from this." It's like when you read a book. What you could do is learn from that book and say, "Boy, you know what? I'm not going to make okay. I'm not going to make that mistake." I don't know what that was. I'm not going to make that mistake. I'm not going to make that mistake. I'm not going to make that mistake. But you can learn from that book, because I'm not going to make that mistake. I'm not that guy made that mistake. Or you can take that book and just throw it away. But you need, from me with the boss now. You learn from the boss. You say, man, the boss has took these mistakes or these loopholes that the boss told me not to fall into. I'm not going to take it and fall into it. Because when I see people close to me, or people which are with me, close to me, fall into them traps, I think to myself, God damn, what's the matter with you, bro? I think I've been telling you this for 2.5 years. You know what I'm saying? You do go and do exactly the same thing what I just told you not to do. I told you not to fall into that trap. I told you, if you go down that road, it's going to be a dead end. You go flying down the road at 100 miles an hour and hit the brick wall and say, oh, shit. I told you not to go down that road, didn't I? Oh, you don't want to listen. You're not listening to the boss. I tell you, if you walk down that street, you're going to go into a loophole. You walk down the street, you drop into a quicksand. Some people don't learn until they don't listen and learn. They want to learn the hard way. That's just the way it is. You know what I mean? So you can learn. You can keep learning. You know what I mean? Uh, you know, mm, you know, you know. Yeah, he won't be doing that, man. You know what I'm saying? He won't be doing that. Ain't nobody doing that, man. He won't be doing that, man. You know what I'm saying? Trout head coming through at the club fillers, and that's the last thing I'm worried about, man. What time is hard companies cut off staff and costs? What you cut, boss? What times when times are hard, companies cut off staff? What you cut, boss? Well, for me, to be honest with you, Trouty, what I cut is this: I double up my hustle. I double up my hustle, bro. It's like I tell you as it is. Look, let me tell you something about me, and it's just me personally. We're gonna keep it as positive as I can. We'll keep it as positive as I can. When people come at me and people try to destroy me, I go harder. I work 3 times for the day. I do 2 live streams a day. You know what I'm saying? When times get hard, I go and work twice as hard. I do twice as much things. And that's the way you got to put in your mind. Say, right, times are hard, I'm going to work double up and triple up. So there is this shit's got to work. That's what you got to put in your mind. This shit has to work. There is no excuses. There is no boy. We're going for a bad patch right now on the YouTube channel. I'm not just going to give up. This shit's got to work. We're going to keep pumping through for the whole week. You understand? And we're going to keep pushing. You know what I mean? Until we break that ice. We break that ice. You understand? But I'm not a person who gives up. Says the first hurdle comes. Oh, I didn't get no super chats today. Oh, let me just throw in the towel. Oh, it's not happening. Oh, it's all dried up. If I said that in the beginning of the month, yeah, Friday was one of the best days we've ever had. You see what I'm saying? But it takes endurance and it takes focusness and it takes boom. There you go. We've opened the till finally. You know what I mean? Finally opened the till. You say you came and brought me back good luck, try. You came and brought me true good luck. You want me too good luck. So, yesterday we never had no donors. And today we had a hard day. So we opened the till. Now we open the till now, all the money's gonna start flying out. Money's flying out now from left, right, and center. Money starts coming. That's what happened. You just have to just crack, when you have to get that sledgehammer and crack open the till, and then money starts splurting all out. Now money's gonna start splurting. Baron coming through at the Club Fillers. Big up Charlie coming through. Baron coming through at the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel. Crack it open the till. That's what I like to see. Down at the Club Fillers and crack open that till. That rusty till. Crack open that rusty till. And now all the money's gonna start flying out. So, the thing is like this. You gotta keep pushing, you gotta keep working until, but you gotta learn, you're supposed to learn from older. See, I speak to men which are 80 years old. I learn from people from good experience. And that's what I want to sit down and learn from. And I learn from other people's mistake. I don't want to make mistake. I don't want to make mistake. I don't want to learn the hard way, bro. I don't. You know what I'm saying? I want to learn the easy way. So if you tell me, boy, and I respect what you're saying, and you show me somewhere, I'm not gonna go down. If you tell me, Barry, look, if you go down that road, boy, it's gonna be a dead end. I'm not gonna fly down there 100 miles an hour and hit that brick wall. You know what I'm saying? And then come back and say to you, Brian, you're not gonna believe I smashed up my car. You know what I mean? And now I'm broke. Well, maybe you have to just listen. It's not that difficult. Just listen. You know what I mean? When a person they tell you from experience, it's their experience. They know from experience. So listen and learn. But so let's put it like that. Hennessy for the enemies. We're still pumping that one out. We still got our merchandise. We still got our Hennessy. We've got to buy a case of Hennessy or we should buy a few of them, at least £100 worth of Hennessy because they're on sale for 30 quid. So we should buy some Hennessy. They're on sale at Sainsbury's for 30 quid. It's cheap enough. What number one thing you learned this year? Good point. We will answer that question. You could make shots smaller, like E small. If they get any more smaller, try then boy. If they get any more smaller, then bloody hell, mate. We won't be alive. God damn, this is bloody 20 mil, I think. 15, 20 mil. It can't be more smaller than that. You know what I'm saying? Big up Baron coming through. The legend, the soldier. The man that hangs on through the thick and thin. I don't know how Baron's done it, boy. He's been through it thick and thin and he's still around. That's respect for that, man. Okay. Okay. You're righty ho. What is the number one thing you learned this year? Good point, bro. Good point. Good point. I learned a lot this year. But one thing I have learned this year is that, boy, the older you get, bro, the harder it seems. No, I can say the older you get, you haven't got the enthusiasm and the energy and everything else to make money like you used to make. Because by the time it was this year, Baron, if it was like, I don't know, going back even like 4 or 5 years ago, by the time this December now, I'm not counting the days before I'm traveling because I worked hard all year. And I've worked hard on my YouTube channel, to build it up and get it off the ground. But the results, it's like, God damn, bro. It's like, God damn, man. It's like, God damn. How much hard is a man? I know YouTube is a long game, but whew, it's like, God damn. So one thing I learned is getting older, you slow down, bro, and your opportunities are there, but you gotta I'm just saying you make a lot more money. I mean, people say you make money more when you're older, but boy, it's hard. The till is open and the till is flowing. I told you the till is open. All the money's going to start flying out, man. All the money is coming left, right, and center. The till was rusty. We had to just crack it, crack it, crack it, crack it, crack it, crack it, bang. You don't hear what someone just, you don't hear what that troll came in and said it probably was Ben or some other stupidness. Oh, give it up. You have your super chats are down. You ain't going to get any super chat. Give it up. Just before that, bang. And just before that, bang. That's why they say don't listen to haters. Haters got a job to do. Their job is to hate. You know what I'm saying? Do what you got to do. Focus on your game. You understand? They got a job to do. You know what I'm saying? That's the hate. I mean, they're never going to be anything else but a hater. That's all they're going to be. They're never going to become successful. A hater's always just going to be a hater because they're not right within. If you're not right within, you can't win. That's just the way it is. But we're not talking about haters tonight, but you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So don't concentrate on them. Concentrate on yourself. You know what I mean? That's all they're ever going to be. You can't win if you're not right within, bro. I'm very sorry, man. You got to be right within before to win, man. You know what I mean? Your heart's got to be in the right place in order to win. So concentrate on what you're doing and focus on your game plan and do what you're doing. Okay. Boss, okay, I'll answer your question after that. My man Charlie don't like me to take drinks. He's ticking over the side of the gate. Okay, you didn't even say a drink. I thought you said tickle up. I know you don't take drinks for shots. I was actually over at my man, what's his name today? I went and go and see my man. God damn, what's his name now? He's a mod. He was a mod. Yeah, Wombat. I was over at Wombat's channel. They had a good little laugh. Us over there, me, Tom, a few other of us. What's his name? B Moran was over there. We had a good little laugh over there. I didn't go on the panel because I don't want to disturb people's. With me, I have a lot of people. I have a lot of guys. With success comes with hate. You know what I mean? And the hate's come out the woodwork, and I don't want them to spoil. I don't want them to spoil his channel or anything like that. So I didn't go on the panel, but I had a good laugh in the chat. And, I had a couple of haters, but you know how the game is, you know what I mean? You can't run away from that, you know what I mean? They got a job to do, so they're doing their job. But, you know what I mean? It was fun. We had a good fun over there. And, yeah, Wombat. He's a good guy, man. He's a good guy. I wish him all the best with his YouTube channel. I wish he does. And like I said, you know what I mean? Like I said, Wombat comes over here and I open with his channel and I put his link in just to boost up his channel. And when I go over to other channels, someone said I come over there for cake. It's like, I mean, you just can't make this stuff up with these hands. You know what I mean? I'm giving people cake. I'm boosting people's channel. I don't come for cake. I just come to just hang. You know what I mean? That's what the price you pay for fame. You know what I mean? You got to pay the price. Mmm. Mmm. Charlie, what a fantastic Friday night. I was talking about it earlier. God damn. Was that not a memorable night? Was that a night to remember? God damn. Yeah, what a night to remember, bro. Fucking hell, Friday night. Champagne, Hennessy, drinks, party. Everybody was hanging out. Great night, man. I'll never forget that night, man. It's a good night. I see that one. I see that try, but I still went over and supported him. But what opportunities is money to be made in a recession strikes? Now it's like this. One is if you have to be on the stock market and or be on the you got apps these days where back in the day we had to go on, you wouldn't even know about the stock market. Now you got apps these days, and people are going to say, oh, the apps are going to go down and this one's going to go down. You're probably not going to go down. You know what I'm saying? So you got to go on the stock market and you got to study what stocks are going down, what crypto is going down. Crypto's a bit risky. Stocks, crypto, study it, watch it. And when it goes to a certain level, buy it. The second thing you got to do is property. There's a lot of property was going to fall 50% in the recession. Look for the property you can buy that. Recession doesn't last very long. It can last for about 2 years. So buy in a recession. And there's things which are pennies on the dollars, which in a recession where people ain't got no money. That's the whole point. It's a recession. There's no money around. So cash is king. So if you got money, it's time to start stepping up. Second-hand cars, something else, coins, something what people are selling. Look out for something what people are selling. Look out for people are selling on eBay and things like that. People are trying to sell everything cheap now. Throw some ridiculous offers out there. You know what I mean? And see what comes up. You know what I mean? Throw some ridiculous offers. You know what I mean? And see what comes up. You never know what could come up. You know what I mean? So you got the cash. Cash is king right now. That's what I say. You know? Okay, start a business that saves people money in a recession. Yeah, I mean, many businesses started in a recession, bro. From Uber started in a recession. WhatsApp started in a recession 2008. Many businesses started in a recession. What I mean, in last 2008, 2009. Many businesses popped up in a recession, and many more revolutionary businesses are going to pop up in this recession. We're going to go into recession, guys. 2023, 2024 is probably going to be a recession. And in the next 2 years, there's going to be golden opportunities for you to make yourself some money if you're smart. You know, the deleted champagne stream was the best in my opinion. Okay, okay. The one I deleted, I shouldn't even have deleted it now. I didn't delete the other one. I wish I didn't delete it now, but I was going hard that night. I shouldn't have deleted it, but I didn't delete the other one. I couldn't delete the other one. Can you be successful without YouTube? Can you be successful without YouTube? Can you be successful without YouTube? Of course you can. Of course you can. You could be more successful. You could be more successful without YouTube. If you put as much energy as you put into, imagine if I put as much energy as I put into something else, and it wasn't YouTube. I remember back in the day when I was growing up and had my 700,000 pound. I used to make £1,000 a day. I used to make £500 a day. I mean, a day. One day, a normal day was £500. I mean, 300 quid, 400 quid, 500 quid, 600 quid, 700 quid, 800 quid in a day. You know what I'm saying? You know, YouTube's a tough game, bro. It's a tough game. It took a lot for me to get used to this kind of thing because I'm not used to that kind of money, what you have on YouTube. But I've done it. It took me through the C19. You know what I mean? But, yeah. Yeah, that was true. That's true. That's true. That was a great live stream, man. I shouldn't have deleted it. Should have kept it. I was going hard. I thought, when you go too hard like that, sometimes remember I'm dealing with AdSense, and when you're dealing with AdSense, sometimes when you go too hard, the yellow check mark you on your channel. When you go too hard, if you go too hard, I mean, you're drinking a Hennessy shot, you're having a drink. That's not a problem. If you're going too hard or you say some crazy stuff, you know what I'm saying? You give you a yellow check mark. But so I didn't want to take that chance. So I deleted it, but you know, just to keep it. I'm dealing with all that. I'm dealing with. You know what I mean? A girl always put money into stocks. Good idea. Already showing in luxury watches. It's luxury goods make money in a recession. My Hennessy thing. What I want to buy for 600 stock, and I should have bought it, but I had so much other things to do this month. I bought some things I don't want to talk about, but I bought some things, for my channel and things like that. And I put money in that, and I should have bought. I was thinking the other day I should have bought the Hennessy stock. I wanted to buy that Hennessy stock, but it's just the way it is. I want to buy the Hennessy. I still want to buy it, and it still hasn't gone down. It's going up. It's $700. It's not going up. It's not going down. And we're in a recession. Luxury goods, people like Louis Vuitton, things like that, stocks, they still go up in a recession. They don't go down. Coming through at the club for listening. OB, we're talking about cash, all about money today. It's money talks. Money talks. Dirty cash, I want you. Dirty cash, I need you more. Yeah. Bricks and mortar is the best thing to put your money into for a long term. 100%. I was saying that earlier. That was my number one thing. I said, yeah, I got to buy a house without a doubt. If you don't have a house, you're wasting your time. You're not wasting your time, but you ain't got no foundation. If you ain't got no foundation, all you're doing is just everything's get old. Things get old. Things break down. Things wear away. Your best Versace shirt's gonna wear down. It's gonna be finished. Your glasses are gonna break. Things are gonna happen. You know what I mean? It's just you ain't got no foundation. You need a foundation, and that's your house. So that's 100% bricks and mortar. That is, you know what I mean? You know, yeah, try, yeah. So try. What is more your live stream? What is more your like your live stream? What live streams do you like? What live streams do you like? I'm not sure exactly sure. Do you like IRL live streams? Do you like daytime live streams? Do you like evening streams? I'm not exactly sure. You seem like you don't like hanging out. You know what I mean? Rent a house out, let someone else pay for the mortgage. Rent a house out, everybody's. Yeah, but you got to live somewhere. Innit? It's not a bad idea, but you got to live somewhere. You know, you got to live somewhere. And then there again, you ain't got your house. You ain't got the luxury of your own house. It's like when people was into property when I was growing up. I know a guy who had what did he have? Like 46 houses, something like that up north. He had 46 houses. He downgraded when I was growing up, and he was in the business what I was in. He had 46 houses. And he had to downgrade at the end of the day because it was too much. Because when that domino goes wrong, everything goes wrong. When that shit goes wrong and shit hits the fan, it goes wrong. Yeah, so you downgrade. So you don't take on too much. You can take. See, for me, what I want to do for my life now, I've got to. I have got to think about trying to get a house myself. I mean, and it's not easy when you're 50, but you can still do it. There's no excuse. You can get a 15-year mortgage. You can put down some good money, and you can still do it. It's going to be more up north, but you can still get a house. You know what I mean? I've got to get a house because otherwise I'm just going round and round and round in circles. You can travel and travel as much as you want to travel. I've traveled all the places. I want to live in Thailand for 7 years. How much do you want? I live 40. I've been 45 different countries, bro. I mean, how much do you want? Jamaica, Trinidad, Barbados, Philippines, Thailand, Vietnam, India, you know, Cambodia, this place, that. I mean, how much places do you want to go? You know what I mean? Ukraine, Brazil, Dominican Republic, how much places you want to keep going? Spain, all over Spain, Ayanapa, Ibiza. How much you want to keep going? How much you want to keep going? How many places you want to go? Get your foundation. Get a foundation. You live life. What you're supposed to do is live your life. Yeah, have a foundation when you're in them days, like when you're younger. That's what most people do. And then now they go start traveling around the world when you're 50 or 60. I did it before. I did the opposite. I traveled around the world first, did everything I want, had all the beautiful girls, had everything, all the cars and jewelry and all the fun. Then, now it's time to buy the house. Well, you're supposed to do it the opposite round, the opposite way around. You know what I mean? I ain't no formula boss. I like party when it pops the poops. Okay, okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Uh, you know, Landlords are getting screwed. It's the hustle side of the game. You also live in your own. Rent one out. Okay, okay. Yeah, but it's not. You know how hard it is to get to that stage. You know how hard it is to get to that stage. You know how difficult it is to get to that stage, and to mastermind that. You're really supposed to be doing that when you're younger, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah, you gotta do that when you're in there. Ain't no like party poops. No form. Yeah, I mean, yeah, okay, okay. Yeah, there's too many banned words on the ban list. That's what it is. Not too many banned words. Loads of banned words on the ban list. I have to keep my chat like that because otherwise it goes into Desiree and people start talking about other channels and other mods and other people. I don't want to talk about. I don't want my channel to be talking about no other person's channel, bro. I'm really not interested. There is zero interest in other people, anybody else's channel. What I want to talk about is the topic of the day, chop it up, have a great live stream like we're having now with some sensible people, with some smart chat hangouts. We've got some great people in the chat. Big up Wish Having Sue's in the chat tonight. We got Baron in the building. We got OB. We got Trouty. We got Heskin P. We got some great people in the chat at the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel. That's all I want to have. Nice little hangout, and just chill. DP Explorer with some cool people. I don't want to be talking about. I'm not really interested in drama. I'm not interested in other people's topics. So I put them on the ban list, shadow ban list, so no one could even talk about it. I don't even want to mention their name. And as far as I'm concerned, they can go and take a hike. As far as I'm concerned, you know what I'm saying? And I don't want to mention their name. I'm not interested. All I'm interested in, because I got a little living to do before I die, and I ain't got time to waste. You understand? You know what I mean? Haters gonna hate, winners gonna win, and we're winning over here every day, without a doubt. So keep it positive. Okay. Can we Alabama peak to the panelists? I appreciate that, Bass. I did that a long time ago. Yeah, you know what I mean. You know. Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree. It's kind of hard to buy a house. I kind of agree, but you don't mean you can't do it. It don't mean you can't do it. It don't mean you can't work towards that goal. It's hard, but anyway. I mean, there was times we went for the times like I don't know. It was 2000 before 2008. Okay, let's get it right. The reason what caused 2008 is because before 2008, like 2005, 2006, 2007, what was happening in America was happening in the UK. They were just giving out loans like it was going out of fashion. They were just giving out loans. You could get anybody walking their dog could get a loan, bro, for a house. You know what I mean? Subprime loans. That's what they were called. Subprime loans. So they were giving out to anybody walking. You could have, but them loans was close to criminal. It was close to criminal loans. That's what it was. Because them loans was like they'll give you a loan and they'll say, okay, your mortgage is going to be, for example, £500, yeah, a month, and you started off very low, but then if you don't read the clause says that loan is about to triple. It started to triple. You know what I mean? That's what happened in America. The loan started to triple in 3 to 5 years. People say, oh, well, that's 3 to 5 years, but 3 to 5 years run off just like that. 3 5 years run off in no time, and then your loan is tripled, and then people can't afford that. Can't afford. How are you going to go from £500 to pay £1,500? You know what I'm saying? And you got to pay it because your subprime loan has your fixed rate has subsided, and now you're going to start paying 50, and that was the problem. So people stopped paying the mortgages. Now, what people were doing, they were packaging up loans and selling the loans off to other people. That's what they were doing. They were getting this loan. They were getting you. So they would say, just get anybody in, give them the mortgage, and they were packaging them up and selling them off to other people, selling them to Iceland and selling them to all kind of different people around the world. And your loan was owned by someone else. You know what I'm saying? They were just selling them. You know what I mean? It's just basically just all kind of wild west stuff they were doing. Well, that all came to a head when people couldn't afford to pay their loan no more. When things started, and there was cracks going on. Like, who owns this loan? Who owns this loan? Who would the loan? Why is my loan? It's not owned by no bank or anything. It's owned by some other person in somewhere else. And then cracks like, and then they said, oh, they started getting £1,500 and £2,000. It's gone to 4 times as much as it was. People can't afford to buy it, so they're sitting in their home. And then there was loads of foreclosures. And then after the foreclosures was coming one by one, people started to not get foreclosures. Say, I'm not leaving my home. I'm staying right. I'm squatting in my home. I'm squatting in my own home. And it caused just a mess in America, and then it came to England too. So the point I'm trying to make is this. You know what I mean? Yeah, so what I'm trying to say to you, exploring both side of the game, yeah. Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? So what I'm trying to say to you is this. What happened was this. That's what happened, and that was when you could get a loan very easy. Now, after the 2008, they realized that they can't make these kind of mistakes again. You know what I mean? After a recession, we had a recession, and we went through that recession. It lasted what? The recession lasted like 5 years, 5 years. And then they realized we can't do that mistake again. So after after 2000, after 2010 or 2020, 2000, them kind of times, you couldn't do that no more. They were like, man, we're gonna have to scrutinize down and realize, can this person really afford to have this mortgage? Can you really afford to have it? And they started scrutinizing, looking really where your money is. Before they would have just, anybody, you're a human being. Let's get you a mortgage. You got a job. You give me a mortgage. And now they scrutinize, can you really afford it? And now they look in every last thing, everything what you said, and they look in your bank and every last thing. And another thing about it, they started people getting slapped with this money laundering thing. What was good, a lot of people was money laundering in houses. They was putting money into law houses. So now they started when they go for mortgage, like, where did this money come from? Where did this cash thing come from? Where did this money come from? They're scootering down your bank account. So it's very difficult to get a big loan like that for a house, and that's what I'm trying to say. So, but the only way you can get around that is if you buy 50. If you put down 50%, put down 40%, you won't have a problem. So work hard, get the money out. You know what I mean? It was easier back then. That's right. Low rates. That's right. And that's correct. That's correct. OB. It was easier back then. Low rates, easy. Get a second mortgage. I paid was a deposit, and there's a bit of upkeeping when needed, and then tenants pay the mortgage harder now. Very true. Very true. And that's what I'm trying to say to you. It's very true, OB. It's very true. Very true. If you did catch it back then and you did focus back then, you know what I mean, then you would be better off, you know what I mean? Man like Chief Jenkins coming through at the Club Fillers YouTube channel. Good to see you there, man. Salute to you, brother. We out here just having a nice little clean stream, talking about life and talking about pumping it through. I saw your heart touching video the other day today, and I was had a good thought about what you were saying. You know what I mean? That's what I said. One hand wash the other, two hand wash your face. You know what I mean? Sometimes I can encourage you, and sometimes you can encourage me. You know what I mean? But you had some true words, some good words. So good for them good words. You know what I mean? Good for them good words you was pumping out in your lives, in your video. You know. There are plenty of houses everywhere. The housing, lacking housing narrative. Okay, okay. Oh yeah, without a doubt, because it's called supply and demand, isn't it? And when you got so much people who want a house, and you got so little houses, it becomes like diamonds. I mean, that's why diamonds are so expensive, because it's rare. And when it becomes rare, anything what's rare is expensive. It's a bit like when you go to Vietnam. Vietnam is very rare to find pay for play. So when you do find it, they skyrocket the price like it's crazy because they know they're Chris as well. They're beautiful. They just so it's supply and demand. There you go. So in hindsight, it's never too late. It's never going to be too late. Don't get it twisted. And after the recession, when's the best? It's not good to buy. It's not good to buy a house in the next 2 years. It's not sensible. It's not sensible because the house prices are going down, they're crashing, and the interest rates are through the roof. It's nearly at 10%. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It was at what 2.5%? A year ago, 2 years ago. And now it's at bloody 10%. So it's not a great time to buy a house right now. It's probably the worst time. The houses are falling. If you buy a house right now, you probably buy a house for like 200,000 pounds, probably worth 100 grand, 120 grand. If you just lost 80 grand just like that, you'd be like, damn. You know what I mean? So it's not best to buy a house in the next 2 years. Hold it down, wait for this recession to blow over. Joy coming through at the Club Fillers Inc. Good to see you, Joy from the Philippines. Good to see you there at the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel. I paused for your stream the other day. I think we raided your channel. I can't remember if it was your channel or something we raided, and we dropped some super chats. We had some fun, and we came through. You know what I mean? We pumped it through at the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel every single night. Everybody want cake. Good to see you. Yeah. That's funny. But yeah, yeah. We had fun. We had fun. We had fun with Radio Channel. Yeah. So the point is this. The point is this. It's not the best of time to. It's not the best of time to buy a house right now. It's a tough times out there. Tough times for everybody in the world right now. We're going through really, really rough times. It's people what's not even eating and swooping down. To be honest with you guys, if I was in a better position, which I am right now, I would not be here. I mean, come in the next 4 weeks, I'll be like, guys, I'm out of here. 6 months, I'm gone. I'll just you know, uh, just even if I had a house, even if I had a house, I would be gone. I just needed. If I just had a house under my belt, I'll be gone. I'll be like, man, I'm out of here. Boom, and I would be in Asia for the next 6 months. It don't make no sense, bruv. The next 6 months is gonna be rough in the Western world. It's gonna be rough, man. It's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough. And ragamuffin times. Yeah, it's gonna be rough, bruv. You know what I mean, for the next 6 months. So it's about are we gonna humper down in the Western world and understand you're going to go through some real rough times. It's gonna be cold. It's gonna be, it's gonna be cold. It's gonna be winter. You know what I mean? You know, and it's gonna be not gonna be too much money out there for the next 6 months, or for this year, or at least the next 6 months. Or you could be bloody somewhere traveling in Asia, where we should be just chilling, having at least humpering down and saving some money and making some money. But I'm just not in that kind of position to do that, which is pretty sad. But what can I do? Pretty sad. Okay. The first house that I purchased was condemned, no money down. Had to build it, met expectation requirements, times limited. That the bank set. Yeah, yes, sir. You know what I mean? Yeah. Someone says, bought my last three house properties cash. All right. Okay, sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. You should be coming through with some good super chats then, Mr. G, instead of trolling. You know what I'm saying? It don't make sense having three houses and be trolling at the same time. It doesn't go hand in hand, bro. If you got three houses, you should be dropping super chats saying, I'm going to be a great guy and be a great guy in this community with super chats and is cool and in my lane. I don't think it goes hand in hand buying three houses and having that and trolling at the same time. But just a little bit of advice from the boss. You know what I mean? If you're going to be a super chat, people regard you in big respect. Be a super chat. Be a great guy. Don't be a troll. Okay, you know what I mean? Right, there you go. So there you go, you know what I mean? Yeah, so, yeah, property is very important. It's extremely important, guys. It's extremely important. And this is one of the reasons why I'm not leaving to travel around the world right now. And wherever you go, it's tough. You need that foundation. You need that kind of foundation. You know what I mean? Boss, I give out free consultations at the side of the game on this YouTube channel. I give free consultations. The boss is good. The boss is a great man. You understand? And I give out free consultations. You can use my lyrics. You can use my style, but just don't touch my cake. That's all I'm saying. That's when I get annoyed when you touch my cake. You know what I'm saying? Because you're taking a piss. You know what I mean? Enjoy the cake. Enjoy the lyrics. Enjoy the style. Enjoy it. Cool, but don't touch the cake, bro. You know what I mean? Because I gotta protect it. Because I gotta eat too. Yeah, and I gotta eat a lot. I eat a lot of cake. You can't say I'm a fat boy. I eat cake. You know what I'm saying? So I eat cake for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So you know what I mean? Stay in your lane. You know what I mean? Enjoy the lyrics, enjoy the style, enjoy the free consultation. You know what I mean? You gotta give out them free consultations in the beginning when you're trying to get your consultation side of the game going on. Then after a while you can, you can start charging. It's like anything else. Take the free consultation and enjoy it. You know what I mean? I have six houses. I got them by not super chatting you, and I believe that. Steal his lyrics, enjoy his lifestyle, but don't put a finger on the boss's sweet cake. That's all I'm trying to say. Is that too much to ask for, Jermaine Wood? Is that too hard to ask for? You know what I'm saying? That's not too hard to ask for, you know what I mean? Because no man should be touching another man's cake anyway, or trying to distract another man's cake anyway. So it's not that much difficult to ask for. You can enjoy the lyrics, you can enjoy the lifestyle, you can enjoy the thing, you can enjoy, you know what I mean? You can even get a free consultation, but don't touch my cake because, you know what I mean? I got to eat too, you know what I mean? Can't be that difficult. Can't be. You know what I mean? Yeah, no. Okay. Yeah. So you got in life. Listen, mate. Let me tell you something about life. We went through the 2 years of the C-19 in the UK, and we've been through 2 years all over the world. It's been bad times. We've pulled out of it now, and but it's still not 100%. You know what I mean? You know. Question, Baz. I think you will have a great salary job to get yourself a mortgage from the bank. Prices will come down and you can get on the ladder. Would you do a regular job for a mortgage? 100%. Probably the right idea, Obi. Probably the right idea. But the thing is, I have to clean up some personal and some other issues first before I did that. So that's what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? So it's probably what I'm going to have to do, at least for a year. You know what I mean? At least for a year. That's all you need is like a year, 12 months. So that's probably what I'm going to have to do. And, somewhere along the line. It's just the way it's going to go down. Um, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. When I came from Thailand, I had money and I had everything else and I had this cash and I got to put this down on a mortgage. I went and go look at this house with my girlfriend, my ex-girlfriend at the time, with this house and I'm going for the mortgage and everything. And then the mortgage person said to me, well, you haven't been in the country for 7 years. We ain't got no history of you paying no money. Go and get a job for a year and come back and then I'll give you the mortgage. So I had to go and get a job and I went and got a job in the factory. And I worked in the factory for 7 months. I worked in it for 7 months, but I couldn't handle it, man. I couldn't handle the pressure, man. I don't like people talking to me in funny kind of way. I felt kind of a way and kind of left the factory. So, you know what I mean? I don't do 9 to 5, bro. I do six days a week. Okay, great. No job, no mortgage, no collateral, no mortgage. Okay, gotta have side hustle games. Okay. Now I take it 12 months. 12 months. 12 months will be 12 months of continuous money coming in and not spending and to get it in order. And that's it. That's all the mortgage. You could do it in 6 months. If you got good credit, you could do it in 6 months. You know what I'm saying? It just depends how good your credit is. You could do it in 6 months. You know what I mean? Continuous money coming into the bank. If you get a mortgage and want to be tied down for 10 years. No. You see, I appreciate that, Baz. Clear your stuff, Baz. Then move on, mate. Yeah, 100%, 100%. OB, that's the plan. 100% from get go, without doubt. Um, and sometimes you need to clear that stuff before you do Plan B. You can't just jump into Plan B. You want to clear that stuff first. You want to get onto that clear run, and then when you're on that clear run, you can say, all right, now it's time to, you know what I mean? Because you can't move too fast. You know what I mean? You know. Yeah, well, no. The point is, this: it's not about being tied down. It's about there's things when you got a mortgage you can do. You can rent a room out. You know, I mean, someone could be paying for your place. You could do things where you can do things where you got a mortgage where you can't do when you ain't got a mortgage. You got a foundation. You got something to hold on to if things go belly up. Because you're gonna waste a lot of time. In Asia, time goes like this. That 7 years just flew off just like that. And you know, what I mean, if I had a mortgage back home, that would have been sitting off maturing. So you need something to be maturing. You need something to be maturing. You know what I mean? Yeah, you need start to be mature. You know what I mean? 12 months will do it, bro. 12 months will do it. I don't know where you're from, but I'm in the UK. 12 months will do it. Even 6 months, you can do it. If you're a woman, you could do it in 6 months. If you've got good credit and you're a woman and everything's on point, you could do it in 6 months. You know what I mean? No, they don't want to see 2 years. They don't want to see 2 years. 12 months. 12 months will do it. Stick to your clean debt plan. Strong, yeah. You know, yeah, that's true, but that won't be the case, would it? That won't be the case. Yeah, you get evicted in 2 months, but that won't be the case. That won't be the case, would it? Because you have a plan. And when you have 4 or 5 different businesses, and when you have a mortgage, the thing is, when you have a mortgage up north, it won't be a mortgage. I won't get a mortgage in London. I won't get a mortgage which is like £2,000, 3,000. That's silly. You know what I'm saying? That's when you're tied down. And if you get a mortgage up north, it's cheaper. So it might be all like £300. You know what I mean? What's that? You know what I mean? You could pay your mortgage and then you could have someone renting out your room and then you could have your mortgage and then you haven't got to pay council tax obviously and a bit of figure. But you know what I mean? You can get all that together. You can rent a room out. You could do something else. You can, and you got a couple of hustles, you're good. You get a house, everything falls into place. It's just getting that house in the first place. You know what I mean? You can hustle your way around it. You don't have to lose your house. Over 50s require 50% deposit? No, no. You don't have to put 50% deposit, 25%. 20. You don't know where you guys get your information from, bro. 25% will do. 25% down. 25%, anybody can get a mortgage. You can get a mortgage anyway. You probably get if you put down 30% of a mortgage right now, you'll probably get a mortgage without you can get a mortgage, well, it'll be a higher rate, but you can get a mortgage without even working. Being self-employed if you put down 30% right now. You know what I mean? Okay, okay. Yeah, I agree. Okay. Okay, I'll tell you why we're talking about this. The reason why we're talking about this is because um, OB asked me a question about my life, as most people like to ask about my life, and I explained that the only reason I'm not traveling the world right now is because I've not got a mortgage and I haven't got a house. If I had a house, I wouldn't be here for the next 6 months. I would be gone. I would be like, close, either rent a room out or let someone else take care of that room, or rent a couple of rooms out, and then I'll be in Asia. You know what I'm saying? You know, you know, you know. I would be in Asia. That's where I would be. I wouldn't be here because the next 6 months going to be dead. If you're in the UK, it's going to be, the next 6 months we're going into some bliss, bruv. We're going into bliss. It's going to be a horrible winter. It's going to be a bad time. It's going to be not much money around. It's going to be tough times in the next 6 months. So, and sometimes it's not worth just sitting down running around and around in circles. You might as well just be an Asia and be doing something else. You know what I mean? If you got a YouTube channel, you're even luckier. That's even lucky. You're lucky. Or if you got a business online, you're super duper lucky. Why be? If I had a business online, I wouldn't be here. You know what I mean? It don't make no sense. I mean, people could say, "Well, then people say, well, you don't go get a business online." Well, then what business online can I do? Is the question. You guys like to know about our life. Well, there you go. I moved to the States and brought us in control against the credit rating. Okay. VTB mortgage and brokers. Yes, that's true. I don't know what that VT. There's always VTB mortgages. What is VTB stand for? I don't know. Somebody tell me. How secure is security, mate? 100%. That's all I'm trying to say, OB. That's what I'm trying to say, and that's why I can't. I'm not loose balling. You know what I'm saying? I'm not loose balling. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Okay. 100%, 100% try, 100%. I agree. 100%. So much harder. That's not true. That's not true. That's not true. Because you're loose balling when you're renting. It's harder because it doesn't make sense, does it? If you're renting, I'll tell you why this is not true about who your name is. when you're renting, that means you're going to pay the mortgage for six. You're going to pay the rent for 6 months, and then you're going to go. That means you're going to pay the rent for 6 months, and then you got to travel. You got to pay for travel for 6 months. That's a lot of money, bro. You got to pay your rent and everything and all your bills for 6 months, and then you got to travel for 6 months. So how much money is that? You know what I'm saying? Now, if you got a mortgage and you got someone renting out your place, you got that person rent paying for your place. You could be say, living anywhere in the world, and you still got someone living in your place. You know what I mean? So it's different. You know what I mean? Unless you're gonna start subletting, but then who's gonna do sublet? Come on, bro. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Vendor take back. I don't even know what that is. You lost me on that one, bro. Never heard of it. Vendor take back. Never heard of it. You know what I mean? You're going in the right direction, Bats. Move forward. Keep chipping at it. 12 months down the road, you could have more options. 100%, 100% sensible. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Okay, okay, okay. Oh, the seller holds the portion of the mortgage, and I ain't doing all that. If I got to do all that, then boys, I ain't doing half. I ain't doing seller buying half of the mortgage. I ain't doing 50% shareholder. I ain't doing all that bollocks. Crazy man. By the time you finish, you pay, and everything else. And by the time you finish paying, everybody else is on your shit. Get outta here. Only place I would rent in Thailand. Definitely not buy there. Why would you not buy? Why when you? I mean, you say like if you're a vlogger. You feel like if you're a vlogger or you're a live streamer, I think it's a sensible thing to rent a place in Thailand, to buy a place in Thailand. You could buy a place for £20,000, 1 million baht. You could buy a condo, and you could have that place, and that's your base, and you got your live streaming. You don't even have to make that much money every month, and you're good. Your mortgage is paid for. You're good. You know what I mean? You could be living off your YouTube channel and be living good. And you don't even have to. You're not just balling at all. You're up and down. You can go different places. You can fly Philippines, different places around with your YouTube channel. But you got that base. You got that foundation. It's all about having that foundation, man. You know. Mm. I rent out property for 20 years. Lucky me, never lost a rent. I had one. 20 years. It's short. It's for 4 years. Okay. Okay. You have no legal standing, Baz. There is nothing. If anything goes wrong, I agree. I agree. Yeah, that's something I do agree with. That's something I do agree with. That's one thing about Tyler. You could come back and your whole property's gone. The whole building's gone. Knocked it down like sorry, but cow. Where's it all gone? It's all gone away. And I mean, so your shit and everything's gone. You got to prepare to know that you're going to lose some money somewhere along the line. You're going to lose some money. Buying and selling properties, one mat beach proves very profitable for me. Yeah. So you gotta prepare that boy. But I suppose yeah, Thailand is very risky, bro. You probably are right. You're probably all right. Condos don't go up in money because next you're making a new block, your new condo goes down. People will want new ones. Don't do it, mate. I mean, you're probably right in every way. You don't make money though. Yeah, you're not the money you put into that. You can put into something else. You are right on a lot of levels. Levels. Condos fees equal up to top of it up. Ties want new buildings. Resale could take years and tied up cash. I suppose how much cash you got. It depends how much cash you got and how much cash you're playing around with. I suppose if you got like 20 grand just to throw away, I wouldn't say put all your investments into it. I think it's a terrible move. If those people who's got millions, it's people what buy. There's people what buy girls condos in Thailand. Lots of people, lots of guys they buy. I know lots of girls when I was living in Thailand. One's in all Ibar and the man buy them a condo. I know a girl gave her this banker gave her £3 million, 3 million baht One to buy a house. She bought a house for one to a million for a house, a million for a car, and a million for herself. And she paid. She bought the house for a million. She bought a car for 500,000. Get a 1.5 million. You know, there's some people. I know many girls. Many girls whose their boyfriends have bought them a condo because they got girlfriends come up with some lyrics about, man, I'm gonna pay rent every month. I'm gonna pay rent every month, and it's killing me, you know. And they're probably sending her the money every month for their rent. So she's probably like, oh, I send this guy rent money for this girl. Why don't I just buy a condo? Go and look for a condo for $1 million. And then they say, okay, there you go. There's 20 grand. And get it out of the way. And I don't have to pay no rent no more. And then she takes off with that £1 million. Boy, go sell that condo. She's drinking bloody whiskey with her new Thai boyfriend. Sorry to go so deep, but that's the game. One mistake entirely, you could lose your immigration status. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. I agree. I agree with that. I agree. It's not the stablest place to do any business, to do to rent a place or to have a place. It's not stable to do anything. There's no real regulation. So basically, you could it's true. It all ties down to you're better off renting, I suppose. Renting their condo can be very good. Keep it for 6 months lease. Okay, 6 months lease. 6 months lease, cheap on condos, no ties, happy days. It's true. It's true. It's true. And if you get one in Sukhumvit, you can even get a house up in Sukhumvit, with a swimming pool and everything for like bloody, cheap, for like 15 to 20,000 baht. That's something I would do. Rent a nice little house, chill out in your nice little house. You know what I mean? Swimming pool outside. You know, yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know, mate. It's crazy. Trouty in the building. Trudy Trouty. Say what he Trouty said. Let's get the Trouty's in the building. I missed his comment. Did I miss his comment? I think I missed his comment. Oh no, I didn't miss his comment. There you go. I thought I missed his comment. Yeah, yeah, I did it. Yeah, after 35, boy. You know what it is, Trouty? You just gotta. What it is like this. People say that people peak at making their money. Men peak at making their money between 45 and 55 because you're more sensible with your money at that stage. I don't know if I believe that, but people say that's what it is. You're more sensible and you make more and you can more study. All it is, when you reach to an age like mine, like when I'm 50, all you got to do is just be 100% focused on what you're doing and your game plan. And you got to understand that the game is changing every time. So it's not like it's before. So now you've got to change with the time. So where before now you could put down 5% for a property and get a property. 10 years ago, 5 years ago, you could put down no money and get a property. You understand? Now you got to understand you're going to get some money out your pocket. You know what I mean? So maybe you're gonna have to move to a different location. Maybe London's out the way. Maybe you're gonna move up north. Maybe you're gonna do something else. Listen, let me tell you something about life and one thing about being 50. There is money out there. There's a load of money out there, but you just gotta know how to pick it. You gotta know how to get it. There's money everywhere. There's money all around us. There's all these companies are money. Gucci is $1 billion company. Versace is $1 billion company. Hennessy is $1 billion company. Hence, I say there's money all around us, but you just got to know how to pick that money and make that money. And when you get older, you got to be you can still do it, and I can still do it, but it's focusing, dedication, knowing what you're doing, knowing how you're flying, and knowing you're moving, and don't waste no money, and don't do no loose balling. And loose balling is wasting money at my age. That's all it is. You know what I mean? Can't waste money, bro. You know. Mm. You know. Time is about money. It is. It is. In Pattaya especially. It definitely is. It definitely is, bro. It is. They change, especially in Pattaya. If you take it 15 years ago and you went to Pattaya, it's all about love. And loving the foreign is what comes there and everything else. But what happens when you commercialize anything down? You commercial anything down, it becomes about money, bro. Las Vegas, anything is like it becomes Hollywood, and then it becomes all about money. And once it comes all about money, that's the beginning of the end of it. And it's the same with the Philippines. Like Philippines is good now, but then it's going to be about money. Once it gets commercialized, Cambodia is good, but then when it gets commercialized, it's going to be about money. So understand that. Just understand that. Just understand that way the game is. Just understand the way the game is, bro. It's about money, bro, and you gotta be smart now. So for me, and I'll just say this before I'm gonna duck out of here because I had my 2 hours today. For me, guys, I'm gonna keep focused on what I want to do. We have a little bit of an issue with this channel. The only issue is that we have to travel somewhere. That's the only issue we have, really. We need to travel somewhere to boost the channel because it's been a whole year now and we haven't traveled nowhere. And we're lucky to even last a year to still have a channel and not, not be traveling. So that's the trouble we have with this channel. When it comes to my life, I'm going to sort it out, guys. I'm a hustler. I'm a hard worker. I'm dedicated. I'm focused. I'm going to work it out. You know what I mean? So don't worry about that. You know what I mean? It's not perfect. It's just, but it's getting there. As you said, I'm working towards my goals. I'm going to do that. But, what we got to concentrate on is us with our channel and where we're going and how it's going to be going in the right direction. That's what we got to do. You know what I mean? No trips for me, Big Baz. Girlfriend got visa. Oh, right. Great on you, man. Good on you. Good news for that, man. Good news. Good news. I'm very happy for you, man. I'm very happy that she got that visa. And, that's what you deserve. You waited long enough and she'll be in the UK. So it'll be a great thing. You know what I mean? Right, see ho. So that's what I'm trying to say. We're in the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel. Okay. And I'm gonna get out of here, guys. I had fun with you tonight at the Club Fillers Inc. YouTube channel. I had fun. We chopped it up. We popped it through. We had fun, and I'm gonna get out of here. And I will see you on the other side. Tomorrow's another day. Let's keep it ticking over. Big up to the guys who opened the till, the Rusty Till. We never made no money yesterday. But yeah, the Rusty Till was open today, so that's good. And then we just keep pumping through for the week, and then make sure that maybe if we might have another Big Boss Friday again, where we're opening up champagne, because we turn our pain into champagne. Barry the Boss is signing off. See you tomorrow night, guys. You know what I mean? You're a survivor, Buff. It will work out. Thanks for that. You know that. See you tomorrow night.